We often wait for motivation to strike like lightning. We scroll through videos, quotes, songs, waiting for that spark, that fire, and sure, motivation feels amazing. It's that rush of energy that tells you you can do it. But here's the truth, motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. It's like the weather, sunny one moment, stormy the next. You cannot build a life, a career, or a dream on something that disappears the moment you feel tired, discouraged, or bored. What you really need is discipline. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early when your bed begs you to stay. It's studying when others are partying. It's pushing through reps at the gym when your muscles scream for rest. It's writing the next page, taking the next step, showing up day after day. Discipline is not loud, it's not flashy, it doesn't shout, "Look at me." But over time, it builds empires. It carves out greatness where motivation would have quit. Think of the athletes, the entrepreneurs, the artists, the scientists. Were they always motivated? No, but they were disciplined, they trained on bad days. They worked when no one was watching, they chose consistency over comfort. So yes, motivation can help you start, but discipline is what helps you finish. And in this life, it's not the most talented who win. It's not the smartest or the luckiest, it's the most disciplined, so stop waiting for motivation. Build routines, set goals, stick to them, be the person who keeps going, because when motivation fades, and discipline will carry you through. We live in a world obsessed with motivation. You hear it everywhere, stay motivated, find your why, chase your passion, and yes, those things matter. That initial push, that spark of inspiration, it's beautiful. It lights you up, it gets you moving, but here's the reality. Motivation is temporary. Motivation is emotional. It's based on how you feel in a moment. Have you ever felt on top of the world at night, planning everything you'll conquer tomorrow, only to wake up and snooze every alarm? That's motivation. It's exciting, but it's weak on its own. Discipline, on the other hand, doesn't care how you feel. Discipline is your commitment not just on your best days, but especially on your worst ones. It's doing the work when the excitement is gone. It's choosing progress over comfort. It's the voice inside you saying, "We don't skip today." Let me tell you something personal. The most successful people you admire, they didn't always feel like showing up. But they did it anyway, and that's the secret. They built systems, they built habits. They trained their minds to be consistent, not emotional. Think of motivation like a match. It burns brightly, but only for a few seconds. Discipline is the firewood. It burns slow, steady, and long. It may not be flashy, but it keeps you warm through the coldest nights. There will be days when life hits hard, when you feel tired, unseen, or defeated. On those days, motivation will leave you, but discipline will hold your hand. It's what gets you to the gym after a long day. It's what makes you study when your friends are out having fun. It's what keeps your goals alive even when no one's cheering for you. And here's the twist. Discipline creates its own motivation. When you stay consistent, you see results. And when you see results, you feel inspired. That's the real motivation, the one that comes from within. So don't rely on hype. Build habits. Don't chase moods. Create momentum. Don't wait for the perfect time. Start now, even if it's messy, especially if it's hard. Because when others stop, you won't. When others quit, you'll keep showing up, and that's how dreams become reality. Remember this, you don't need to feel ready, you need to be disciplined. Motivation helps you start. Discipline helps you finish. Now go out there and show the world what happens when motivation fades. But you don't. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. How many times have you said, "I'll start tomorrow"? How many goals have you written down, only to leave them buried in a notebook, untouched, forgotten, collecting dust? We all start strong, we get excited, we feel pumped. That's motivation. Motivation makes you feel unstoppable for a while. It's the fuel that gets the engine going, but here's the harsh truth. Motivation lies. It tells you, "Let's do this," until it gets inconvenient. It cheers for you until things get uncomfortable. Motivation is a guest. It visits when it wants, not when you need it. But discipline doesn't wait for the mood to be right. It shows up every single day. It doesn't knock, it lives in your routine. It's there when you're tired. It's there when you're heartbroken. It's there when nobody else believes in you. Discipline is your best friend when things fall apart. Because here's what life will do, it will test you. It will throw failure in your face, it will hand you excuses, it will offer comfort, and it will see if you fold. But discipline is your refusal to fold. It's the act of getting up anyway. It's the decision to write the next page, take the next rep, speak the next word, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Let me break it down like this. Motivation is a feeling. Discipline is a decision. Motivation is momentary. Discipline is permanent. Motivation starts the race. Discipline crosses the finish line. Think of the most successful people you admire: athletes, CEO, artists, leaders. Do you really think they always felt motivated? No, what they had was a system, a structure, a contract with themselves that said, no matter how I feel, I show up. And here's the beautiful part. Discipline isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. Brick by brick, one day at a time, by making the hard choices over and over until they become your nature. You don't need to be the most talented. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to have the willpower to say, I may not be the fastest or the smartest, but I will be the one who doesn't quit. Because in the end, it's not the loudest who win. It's not the most excited or even the most passionate. It's the most consistent, the one who showed up when it was raining, the one who kept going when no one was watching, the one who was disciplined enough to keep the promise they made to themselves. So if you're sitting there waiting for motivation, stop. You don't need more hype. You need more habits. You don't need more energy. You need more discipline, because discipline builds character. It builds progress. It builds legacy. So today, make a choice. Not a wish, not a dream, a decision, a commitment to yourself. Discipline over motivation, discipline over mood, discipline over comfort, because when the lights are off, when the crowd is gone, when the motivation runs out, discipline is what keeps you going and going and going until you win. We all have dreams. Some of us want to build businesses. Some want to transform our bodies. Some want to write books, earn degrees, change the world. And most of us start with fire. That fire is called motivation. We watch a video, hear a speech, read a quote, and suddenly, boom, we feel like we can conquer mountains. But then, life hits. The alarm goes off at 5 a.m. And you don't feel like getting up. The workout gets painful, and you don't feel like pushing through. The results are slow, and you don't feel like trying again. That's where most people quit, because they were counting on motivation. But motivation is just the wind it blows in when it wants and disappears just as fast. Discipline, that's the anchor. It doesn't get shaken by the storm. It's rooted, steady, immovable. It's the part of you that says, I don't care how I feel today, I show up anyway. Look around you. Every champion, every expert, every high performer, they weren't born that way. They didn't wake up every day feeling inspired. They didn't always want to train, to work, to grind. But they had something stronger than desire. They had discipline. Discipline is choosing your future over your feelings. It's choosing to sacrifice now so you can celebrate later. It's refusing to let laziness, doubt, or delay win. And here's what no one tells you. Discipline doesn't make life harder, it makes it easier. Because when you're disciplined, you don't have to debate with yourself every morning. You don't have to look for reasons to keep going. You already decided. You don't break promises to yourself, and that builds self-respect. When you live with discipline, you stop living at the mercy of your emotions, and instead, you live at the mercy of your principles. You do it because it's right, because it's who you are, and over time, something magical happens. Discipline starts to transform you. Your mindset sharpens, your confidence grows, your results speak louder than any words ever could. You begin to realize you didn't need more inspiration, you didn't need perfect timing, you didn't need external validation. All you ever needed was self-control, consistency, courage, discipline. So today, stop waiting, stop wishing, stop starting over. Start building the version of yourself that keeps going no matter what. Don't just set goals, set standards. Don't just get hyped, get structured. Don't just chase the feeling, build the habit, because in the end, when the lights are off, when no one's clapping, when you're tired, uncertain, and alone, It won't be motivation that carries you, it will be your discipline, it will be your mindset, it will be your grit, and that will make all the difference. So rise up, be the one who doesn't just get excited but gets it done. Be the one who doesn't need to feel ready to be unstoppable. Be the one who turns discipline into destiny